Welcome to Homestead Reptile. Today with me is Mr. Mud, and I make fun of him a lot. I'll tell people that he's my ugliest gecko. Oh, look at the ugly gecko. He's not actually ugly, he's just bland. He's a very bland boy. His coloration's not the best, his spotting's not the best, but what spots he has, they're pretty nice spots. So he has some really decent sized ink spots. He has some oil spots and he has some red spots sprinkled in there. And he has these really cool, like on his spikes, they're like little black spikes. And I love that when Dalmatians have solid black spikes. I think it's adorable. Now, he has some really good lineage. He has lineage from Altitude Exotics, from Confetti. His father's a Confetti Red Base Super Dal. His mother is a Phantom Yellow. And because she's a Phantom Yellow, no spotting at all, I think she probably reduced the spotting on him as one of the offspring that came from her. But his brothers and his sisters had more spots than him, a lot more spots. They were actually super dowels. So he was just the baby that was the ugly duckling out of his group. And I like ugly ducklings because ugly ducklings most of the time are less expensive, but you're still getting fantastic lineage. And they have the possibility to grow up to be something truly beautiful, or they have the possibility to pass on some amazing genetics to their offspring. So I always suggest, if you're going to get one of these kind of like the ugly ducklings or the bland ones, make sure they have some good lineage behind them before spending the money on them. Make sure they have good lineage. And he has some fantastic lineage, like I said, and I got him from Cowabunga. And he's an amazing boy. He's a very relaxed gecko. He's one of the most relaxed geckos I've ever owned. He does not care if I touch him. He does not care if I move him around and position him in a way to make him look kind of cute and take photos and videos. He's fine with it. And I think that's because I give him treats. So when he's standing still and I'm taking photos of him and positioning him, I give him a little treat of his favorite Pangea mixes. And he just eats it, and he licks the air, and he's waiting for some Pangea to come his way because he loves to eat. He's a food motivated gecko, and he's just fine being positioned, and whatever I want, he'll sit there and take it. And I love that about him. But this is, again, this is another one of my budget geckos from, I got him in 2022. So 2022 was not a good year to buy geckos. They were overpriced. My God, they were overpriced. People were selling some of the most ugliest geckos. Like a gecko that looked like it had MBD, was missing a leg, had an eye patch on its eye, and it's like, it's a ready to breed female. She's $300. Take it or leave it. And people were buying those ugly geckos that clearly should not have been sold. And you can see him licking the air. He's like, he really wants some Pangea. I gave it to him. I swear I gave it to him when I put him back in. It was his feeding day anyways. But he's a lovely boy. He has some attributes I absolutely love. He's big. He has great structure. He has a great dorsal. There's a lot of stuff I love, and I think he can improve on my Dalmatian lines. And here's a video of him fully fired up. So that's pretty much as dark as I can get him in the photo box. But you can see he's a weird color. So this is the mixture between red and yellow. So he doesn't even have that brick red color. He's just kind of brown. He's kind of like the color of a potato. Maybe he should have been called Potato, but I like Mud better. I think Mud's a better name than Potato. But I love him. Maybe he'll work in some dark projects with me. But again, I absolutely love this gecko. He has a great personality. And he's not actually ugly. He's a beautiful boy in his own rights.